Hi stock investors, JJ here, welcome back. Well, right now I'm going to react to this video about Tesla's valuation. Of course, Tesla's valuation is disconnected from the fundamentals, says Bernstein's Toni Sacconaghi. Let's see what he's got to say about this.
We're going to get into big tech with our next guest, but let's start with Tesla. Shares shot up by 27% last week and wiped out losses for all of 2024. Our next guest, though, said in a recent note that he expects Tesla to face many of the same challenges next year that it's facing right now, and just with more competition. Joining us right now is Toni Sacconaghi. He is Bernstein's senior research analyst. He actually rates Tesla underperform with a $120 per share price target. Tony, I'm looking.
124, it's way above that right now. So let's see what his justification for this. Is it getting carried away as this Tesla stock price has gone up hugely in the last month or so?
Looking at it, Tesla's almost at 150 or 250. That is so far above your price target. What do you do at this point?
Good morning, Becky. Look, Tesla's had a great run, as you mentioned, up, I think, 25% in the last week, almost 40% in the last couple of weeks.
25% in the last week. Incredible.
It's clearly riding momentum of better than feared results, but this is a company whose deliveries were down 5% this quarter. They were down 9% last quarter.
The deliveries just came out last week, wasn't it? Whereas the market got excited about it because it was a little bit better than expected, but still 5% down. This is actual deliveries of vehicles down 5% year on year, yet the stock has rocketed.
It's trading at 125 times earnings. There's anticipation that things may get a little better, but they're still not good. And there's anticipation about a Robotaxi event in early August. And so we could continue to see some momentum in the stock, but this is meme-like, quite frankly.
Interesting. He thinks it's meme territory. Yeah, there seems to be definitely the anticipation about 8th of the 8th, this Robotaxi, and helped by Cathie Wood and ARK putting a huge price target on it. Having said that, she's been rebalancing and selling some Tesla lately at the same time. So is it about this Robotaxi anticipation of something, remembering that there's $0 of revenue on that so far?
The valuation is disconnected from the fundamentals. The company was supposed to earn $7 in earnings this year. Consensus estimates are now $2, and the stock price is really not that different. And it's really about enthusiasm that things may get better, and that Tesla may say something really exciting at its Robotaxi announcement. But
I think that's true. And I do think in general, there's definitely some animal spirits back in the market. I've been noticing being on YouTube here, there's definitely finance YouTubers are getting very excited about popular stocks like Tesla and Palantir and Nvidia and other stocks like that, Robinhood even. You know, there's definitely animal spirits like that. If you're in the market, if you're not new to the market and you remember like the 2020, 2021 period, you remember that feeling, it's not sort of fever pitch there yet, but there's definitely some animal spirits back, I think. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not giving any recommendations on buy or sell at all. I don't do that. You need to seek some financial advice for that sort of thing. This is just for general entertainment and general education purposes. And this is watching Tesla's price and everything around Tesla is definitely entertaining, isn't it?
But at the end of the day, stocks get measured on cash flows and future cash flows. And we just see a disconnect between what that earnings and cash flow power is and the company's current share price.
Tony, I hear your point, but that is the same argument that the shorts have been making against Tesla for a very, very long time, to their great dismay. I just wonder.
I remember the late Charlie Munger said not so long ago that he wouldn't own Tesla, but he wouldn't short it either, because these stocks like Tesla can go anywhere in the short term.
Do you keep your $120 price target? Or is there a point where you have to say, okay, forget it, we're back to earlier valuations of Tesla, and I'm not going to stick to it, or do you?
Well, look, I mean, of course, any investor has to be open-minded about what a company may or may not do. And so if we did see a path where Tesla could be a leader in autonomous vehicles, or Tesla could build a very sizable business of building humanoid robots, of course we would have to adjust our outlook and our future estimates and accordingly our price target. But at this point, we don't see that. We believe that autonomy is a ways out, and we don't believe that Tesla will uniquely solve that problem. Waymo has been working at this. They've been doing trials since 2012 on self-driving. Tesla has not done any public trials. Not to say that Tesla won't do well in full self-driving. It's just not something that it necessarily will be able to exclusively do. And you have to almost believe that to get to the types of valuations that Tesla stock is currently trading at.
I don't think anybody who's bullish on Tesla would disagree with that. This future is kind of starting to be priced in on robotaxis, and some say that the robots, the humanoid robots, aren't priced in yet. It's all on robotaxi. If you look at ARK Invest's, projections for this, it's all about the robotaxi, that it'll be 63% of $1.2 trillion revenue overall for the company with it by 2030. Having said that, ARK hasn't done so well in terms of their actual performance in the last 5 years or so. So he's, definitely, people wouldn't, I don't think investors would disagree with that they are pricing in this robotaxi that has zero revenue yet, that hasn't been proven, and this is about the technology. Waymo has the LiDAR and lots of different tech, very expensive cars, where Tesla's, he said it hasn't been proven in public yet, not without a driver, but people would say that the software is getting better. These supervised full self-driving is getting better.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about Apple. We just heard.
Okay, that's all they're going to talk about Apple, so I think that's all we're going to say for that. What do you think? Do you think that Tesla stock price is overpriced? As I said, I'm not giving any recommendations one way or the other. I can't do that. I won't do that. There are a lot of different opinions. I've seen opinions. One says, I've done a video that this guy is bearish. He's saying it's going to go to $15 the stock, and then others, of course, think it's when it was $400, it was cheap then, and it's way below that still. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And on screen right now, I'm going to put a link to a video that YouTube thinks that you should watch next. It might be one of mine, it might not be. This is a new channel also, so I'm going to put a subscription link here. Do subscribe and follow along if you want to see more of this kind of thing. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.